It's day 38, and I wrote two scenes today, and I'm not even fully done with one, which is good. That's a good thing. The first scene was great fun to write through. I put the pastor up against one of the teachers, and their dialogue uh, became really interesting in how they were really interested in each other, but not. Yeah, it was just kind of they're both fascinated by people, um, and so that was really interesting. And Reed is not your typical pastor, although he's very much like a couple of the pastors that I knew. Um, so yeah, it's a great character. Really, really like Reed. Reed's always interesting, always fun to play around with. And then I cut back to Everett, and Benny finally gets off of her butt and goes and visits him. And that and turned out better than I thought it would too, because at first I thought, wow, this is awful. But when I reread it, and maybe it's too soon, but I was like, oh, the play's fine. What was I thinking? Um, yeah, today was just fun. I mean, it was fine. I've had to really think about where I was going to go before I started today because I'm really trying to start setting things up. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's week 8, so I've got like 2.5 more weeks before I really set up what I'm planning on doing for the end of part 2, which I probably have mentioned is labeled Life. Yeah, it's part two's been really interesting recently. A lot of stuff goes wrong for people, and part one really kind of started. It kind of told you what type of novel this was and how it was going to delve more into character psyches than a lot of this type of genre usually does. Um, it, it ended with the death of a major character. Part two is a lot of how people are responding to that death, but also trying to move on from it. And then there's also the added guilt of the alligator still about and he's still causing some damage. Yeah, and he's going to continue to do so. But in these types of stories, it's weird because you're not supposed to cheer for him to do so, but the reason you're reading this is because you want to read about an alligator that escapes and terrorizes people. So if the alligator doesn't terrorize anybody, you're disappointed. So you have to it's a fine line of you need to care about these characters, you need to not want to see them die, but you also need to give the audience what they expect, which is characters that will die in horrific ways. And then there's some justice to be served at the end. That's the way these formulas go. Anyways, I guess I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Not much to report today. Today was fun. It was fine. I am looking forward to writing again tomorrow. Um, uh, I guess I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Remember the mantra, the Gator. It's exactly what you think it is.